Award travel is all about using the right cards to earn the right points. And so it really all starts with what's in your wallet. Is every purchase you make getting you closer to your next bucket list destination? And so by the end of this video, I'm going to show you all 9 cards that I keep in my wallet, so that way you can copy that strategy or build off of it and get you to your next hotel or your next free flight. Getting into card number 1 is the almighty Chase Sapphire Preferred. Now this is an obvious keeper card for me because it gives me access to the Chase Ultimate Rewards system. And so this card gives me 3x on dining, 3x on online groceries, and 3x on select streaming. And so I use Chase points almost exclusively for my hotel stays. I typically transfer them over to Hyatt and book hotels through that program. And I also use the Chase Travel Portal to book a cheap hotel and get 1.25 cents per point. Now it's not the best value for your Chase points, but it's nice to book that cheap hotel just straight up with points. And now they do also have some quality airline partners such as Virgin Atlantic, British Airways, United, Southwest, but I typically reserve my flights for some other cards we'll get into. And this card does come with a $95 annual fee, but I have to take that hit in order to access that Hyatt hotel transfer partner. Now the next card builds on the Sapphire Preferred, and that's the Chase Freedom Flex. This card gives me 3x on dining as well. It also gives me 3x on drugstores, 5x on quarterly rotating categories, more on that in a second. Now the Sapphire Preferred also gives you 5x on Lyft. However, I like to use my Freedom Flex because it's a MasterCard. Whenever I use Lyft 3 times in a month, I get a $5 credit off. And so this is a keeper card simply because it's a no annual fee card, and I really like it because it really supercharges my Chase points earnings with those quarterly rotating categories. And to explain that some more, every quarter, so every 3 months, Chase selects some specific spending categories where you earn 5x points using this card. In this quarter, those categories include grocery stores, spas, and gym memberships. And so I'm gonna put all my grocery spend on this card to earn 5x points. And now there is a spending limit. Once you spend $1,500 within all of those categories combined, that's the maximum you can spend. So you can earn an extra 7,500 points every quarter by maxing out these categories. I then take all these points that I earn with my Freedom Flex, and I'm able to combine them with my Sapphire Preferred and book even more Hyatt hotel stays. And now the next card is the Barclays Wyndham Business Earner Credit Card. Say that 5 times fast. Fun fact, I used to have an Amazon reselling business, the FBA resellers. I've since wound that down and right before starting this channel, but I was able to open a lot of business credit cards and rack up a lot of points, and these are one of those leftover cards. And so since that business isn't as active, I'm able to use this for personal expenses, and so I put all of my gas station spend on here. I do that because it earns 8x points on gas stations. Crazy. And so no, I don't stay at Wyndham hotels ever, but you're able to use Wyndham points to book Vacasas. What are Vacasas? They're essentially Airbnbs. They're vacation rentals. And so I save up these points to redeem these on Vacasas. It costs 15,000 points per night. And now that's 15,000 points per bedroom. And so a 1-bedroom rental or a studio will cost 15,000 points. But if you book a 2 or 3 bed, that would be 30,000 or 45,000 points respectively. And now sometimes you can get away. Some Vacasas will have like 2 or 3 beds, and so you can fit 6 people within a 1-bedroom Vacasa, but that takes some digging. And so I do have a YouTube short that summarizes this whole process. I also have a longer form video, but it's a bit older. I'll link up the YouTube short up above for you. Now this card has a $95 annual fee, and every year you'll get 15,000 bonus points. So that's enough for another Vacasa vacation rental every year. And so another bonus about having this card, it gives you Wyndham Diamond status, which is the top tier status with Wyndham. And now I don't get to use this status that much with Wyndham because I don't stay there. But with this card, you're able to knock down that 15,000 point price for Vacasas down to 13,500. So that's a plus. And then a cool thing about this card, it's not as cool anymore, but you are able to match your Wyndham Diamond status over to Caesars Diamond status. And so that could be really helpful if you frequent Vegas. And so you used to be able to match your Caesars Diamond over to MGM Gold. MGM Gold has a status match with Hyatt, and you can get Hyatt Explorer status all without having a credit card or staying a single night in a Hyatt hotel. Now that partnership between Caesars and MGM is dead or dying. I've kind of forgotten if it's already in place or not. But with Caesars Diamond, you still get a lot of perks and a lot of Las Vegas perks. You could probably do some other status matches, but that's a whole different video in itself. Now you're probably having the question, am I able to put personal expenses on business cards? I'll touch on that later. Next up is the Capital One Venture X. Now this is my favorite catch-all card. It earns 2x points on all purchases. And now it does come with a $395 annual fee, but it's easily recouped by $300 $100 travel credit on the Capital One travel portal, and you also get 10,000 points on your card anniversary, which is worth at least $100 if you use it on the travel portal. And it also comes with nice other benefits like the Hertz President's Circle status. However, this benefit is dying in 2025. But you also get TSA pre-check, Priority Pass Lounge membership, and you get access to the Capital One lounges. Capital One points also transfer over to Wyndham, so you can beef up that balance if you want. And they also have some solid airline transfer partners. And so I like to use these points for my flights. I like to transfer the Capital One miles over to British Airways to book American Airlines flights. I can also transfer these points to book United flights by transferring to Turkish Airlines. I can also transfer to Avianca to book other Star Alliance flights, and a lot more. They also have the common ones: Virgin Atlantic, Flying Blue, Air Canada. And so if you learn how to use these travel partners, you can strategically fly anywhere in the US or Europe, Asia. And I do have videos either made or in the pipeline showing you how to do all these different redemptions. Card number 5 is the American Express Blue Business Plus card. Now this is another unused business card that I've started using for personal expenses. Now it's another great catch-all card. You earn 2x American Express membership rewards for every purchase. And now I'm going to start using this card a little bit more this month and this quarter because I'm wanting to earn a little bit more American Express points. Now the thing that makes this an amazing keeper card is it has a $0 annual fee and it holds on to your American Express membership rewards. And so I don't have to have any of those expensive Amex cards to have and hold my American Express membership rewards as long as I have this card. And I have a referral link down for this card as well as the other cards mentioned, minus the Barclays. There's no referral links with them. And so with this referral, you'll get 15,000 points for $3,000 spent in 3 months. Sometimes it does get as high as 20,000 points. Neither of those are super high balances, but it's not bad for a $0 annual fee card. American Express points are best used on flights, and they have a lot of the great transfer partners that Capital One has, and they have some unique ones, specifically ANA, which can be great to book a round-trip business class flight to Japan. I talk about that in video linked up above. And ANA just has a lot of great sweet spots as well. And so I'm looking to beef up this American Express points to maybe take advantage of some of those redemptions. And then of course I've got the credit card of the sign-up bonus I'm working on right now, and that's the Southwest Business Premier card. And so I'll probably have that card for another week until I finish that sign-up bonus, and then that will go out of my wallet into the drawer. But that's what's in there as I'm currently working on the companion pass, and I talk about that video in the linked up above if you're interested about that. Otherwise, I don't really use it for any spend. I might keep it in my phone so that way I can use it on a Southwest flight if I'm trying to buy Wi-Fi, but otherwise it's unused. Next up is, you guessed it, another business card. It's none other than the Chase Ink Business Cash card. And so the Chase Ink cards are just another great subset of cards that you get access to once you have a business. I'll touch more on that later as far as how to get that business. And so this card is so great because it comes with a $0 annual fee and it comes with the fat sign-up bonus. And so promotional bonus did end where it was 90,000 points, but it's currently back at its normal rate of 75,000 points after you spend $6,000 in 3 months. Now that is quite a bit of spend in a short amount of time, but if you can pull it off, it'll be so worth it with all those Chase Ultimate rewards. And now this card is more known for its 5x back on Office Stores categories. And so these are things like Office Max and Staples. Now this card also gives you 5x back on your phone and internet bill, as well as cable services. And now I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna actually try to move my streaming services over to this card because I did hear that Chase likes to code stuff like Netflix and Hulu as cable, and so I might get 5x back instead of the 3x that I'm getting with my Chase Sapphire Preferred. And so I've got a referral link, of course, in the description below. And so this card, like the Freedom Flex, is advertised as a cash back card, but if you have the Sapphire Preferred, even though it's a personal card, you can connect this business to your personal account and you can transfer this Ink cash back over to your Sapphire Preferred and use as ultimate rewards just like the Freedom cash back. And so the Chase Ink cards is something I really like. And speaking of liking, go ahead and like this video down below if you've gotten value from this video so far, and consider subscribing if you like this type of content and you want to learn more about using these points to travel the world. This is Nurse Michael Travels. Now moving on to the next card is the brother of the Chase Ink Business Cash, and that is the Chase Ink Business Unlimited. And so this is another no annual fee and a 75,000 sign up bonus card. And so I've got 2 of these, and I actually keep this one in my wallet. It's my actual business card that I'm using for this business. And it's a simple card, just 1.5x back on all regular expenses. And so this is just another no brainer, no annual fee, easy keeper card that I use. And then of course I have my debit card. It's the Schwab Platinum Visa card. It's nothing fancy, but it is amazing because it has essentially 0 fees on anything ever. The only con about it is that it's kind of difficult to deposit cash, but you can essentially use any ATM in the world and you'll have all your ATM fees from using a foreign ATM, and even your foreign transaction fees. It has no overdraft fees, just no fees. So you do have to pay the fee up front, but you do get that reimbursed at the end of the statement or at the end of the month. And so I apply to credit cards generally every 3 months. In terms of what's next on my radar, I'm for sure getting the companion pass, so I'm gonna for sure apply to the Southwest personal card so I can achieve that. And then after that, or another card that I'm trying to get Maddie to apply to, is either Chase Freedom Flex, so that way I have another $1,500 that I can spend to maximize those categories, and they currently have a sign-up bonus of 20,000 points, as well as 5x back on gas and groceries, so it'd be nice to lock that in. I'm also looking into the Bilt card, so that way I can finally get points without the fees and my rent that I pay every month. And Bilt has some great transfer partners that overlap with all the other cards I'm using, like Hyatt, Avianca, Turkish, and all the other Capital One and Amex transfer partners. I'm also looking into the Hyatt personal card. I could always use a free night certificate, another sign-up bonus, more Hyatt points, and I get FOMO every time I'm doing the Chase My Bonus, which if you don't know, check out chase.com/mybonus. Check it at least once a month and you may get like a promotional earning category, like earning 5x points on gas on a random Southwest or IHG or a Hyatt card. And then I'm also potentially gonna cancel my current American Airlines card and apply to another one with Barclays because my current one's with Citi. So that way I can get another sign-up bonus and earn those valuable American Airline miles and potentially redeem it for a trip to Japan or to Africa. Now I do want to address the elephant in the room as far as the card that's missing that everyone else talks about. That's the American Express Gold card. Now this is a valuable card in a lot of people's setups because it earns 4x on dining and 4x on grocery stores. And those are two very big categories, and that is a lot of points per category. I've yet to get the American Express Personal Gold card because technically you are only able to get these sign-up bonuses once per lifetime, and I've been wanting to save those for a really big redemption. Not 100% sure, but maybe redeem it for some big valuable ANA redemption or an ANA around the world ticket. And it comes with a $250 annual fee, and yes, it does come with credits to offset that, but I'm just not interested in paying that heavy lump sum in order to try to redeem it every month to get that money back. And so it's a sign-up bonus I'm saving for another day. So finally, circling back to that question I've been asking all video is, can you put personal expenses on business cards, and how do I get access to a business? And so you can apply to a business credit card using just your social security number as a sole proprietor on any side hustle that is legitimately trying to make money outside of your W-2 regular job. And now before going further, let me just remind you, I am Nurse Michael Travels, not attorney, not accountant. And so this is not business, legal, financial advice of any kind. It's just stuff I've read and took in, regurgitating. And so yes, for accounting and organizational reasons, you will want to separate your business and personal expenses. And so do try to put personal expenses on a business card that you're not using for business expenses. You can put personal expenses on your business cards. You just want to make sure it's separated accounting wise. And you can do that in various tagging methods on whatever accounting software methods you use. And then from what I understand, there is a theoretical increase in risk if your business does get sued, but I think practically the actual real world evidence of that happening is slim. And banks also technically don't want you to put personal expenses on your business cards. But again, very slim to no real cases of this happening, except in the cases of like manufacturer spend or just kind of sketchy fraud type cases. But let me just circle back around. Not attorney, not accountant, not a financial advisor. And so as you can tell by this video, business cards are kind of a secret power to unlock more sign-up bonuses and more earnings, and more sign-up bonuses will get you to anywhere you want to go in the world, especially in business class. Speaking of business class, if you're looking to fly in one of the more sought after seats in the sky, check out this video here. It's probably one of the more detailed guides you'll find out there, all about booking ANA's business class, the room, using points and miles. Otherwise, I've got this other playlist loaded up for you, all about making other redemptions with points. Don't forget to subscribe. Also check out the description. I've got a lot of interesting links and helpful resources for you. I'll see you in the next one.